Today, we pay tribute to American celebrities and notable figures from around the world who left us too soon. Please take a moment to like this video if you want to support the channel. It really helps us grow. Thank you, and let's begin. Hayden Panettiere, the American actress and singer, died at age 36 after emergency medical responders found her unresponsive following a cardiac arrest call at a South Carolina residence. Her father confirmed her passing shortly after law enforcement began an investigation into the emergency call. Panettiere entered acting as a toddler, appearing in commercial spots and daytime television before landing her breakout film role in Remember the Titans. She achieved massive popularity playing Claire Bennett on the television series Heroes. Later, she played country singer Juliette Barnes on the drama series Nashville and received 2 Golden Globe nominations for her performance. Outside of acting, she spent years campaigning for ocean conservation and marine wildlife protection. She also published a personal memoir detailing her struggles with mental health and recovery. She is survived by her daughter, Kaya. David Bowie, the English musician and actor, died at age 69 following an 18-month struggle with liver cancer. He kept his medical diagnosis private while finishing his final studio album, Black Star. Millions of fans across the world learned of his death 2 days after the record debuted. Bowie first received public attention with Space Oddity in 1969 before introducing his stage persona, Ziggy Stardust. His music career spanned 5 decades across glam rock, soul, and electronic pop, selling over 100 million records worldwide. Outside recording studios, he appeared in film roles, including the lead in The Man Who Fell to Earth and The Goblin King in Labyrinth. He passed away at his home in New York City with family members present. Carrie Fisher, the American actress and author, died at age 60 following a sudden cardiac arrest. She suffered a severe medical emergency on a transatlantic flight from London to Los Angeles and died 4 days later at a medical center. She gained international popularity playing Princess Leia in the original Star Wars trilogy, a role she reprised in later sequel films. Beyond screen acting, Fisher worked as an author and script editor. Her semi-autobiographical novel, Postcards from the Edge, became a feature film starring Meryl Streep. She also published memoirs about her struggles with addiction and bipolar disorder. Her mother, actress Debbie Reynolds, passed away 1 day after her. Fisher is survived by her daughter, Billie Lourd. Tim Conway, the American comedian and actor, died at 85 from complications of normal pressure hydrocephalus. He underwent brain surgery and lived with dementia in his final years. Conway first earned public notice as Ensign Parker on the 1960s sitcom McHale's Navy. He later joined the cast of The Carol Burnett Show, where his unscripted comedic routines frequently caused co-stars to break character on camera. He won 4 Emmy Awards for his work on the series. Younger television audiences recognized his voice as Barnacle Boy in the animated series SpongeBob SquarePants. Conway loved thoroughbred horse racing and helped form a charitable fund for injured jockeys. He passed away at a healthcare facility in Los Angeles. Margot Kidder, the Canadian-American actress and activist, died at 69 following an intentional drug and alcohol overdose. Authorities ruled her death a suicide at her home in Livingston, Montana. Kidder reached international stardom playing news reporter Lois Lane opposite Christopher Reeve in the 1978 movie Superman and its 3 sequels. She also starred in horror feature films, including Sisters and The Amityville Horror. Throughout her life, Kidder spoke openly about her diagnosis of bipolar disorder and advocated for better mental health treatment standards. In her later years, she focused on political activism and environmental causes. She continued acting in independent films and television guest roles until her death. She is survived by her daughter and 2 grandchildren. Diana Rigg, the British actress of stage and screen, died at 82 following a battle with lung cancer. Doctors diagnosed her condition 6 months prior to her death, and she spent her final months at home. Rigg gained wide popularity during the 1960s as secret agent Emma Peel in the television series The Avengers. She played Tracy Bond, the wife of James Bond, in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Rigg performed for decades with the Royal Shakespeare Company and won a Tony Award for her performance in Medea. Later in her career, a new audience learned her name through her role as Olenna Tyrell in Game of Thrones. She died in London and is survived by her daughter, actress Rachel Sterling. Lauren Bacall, the American film and stage actress, died at 89 following a severe stroke. She passed away at her apartment in Manhattan. Bacall began her working life as a fashion model before making her film debut at age 19 in To Have and Have Not, alongside Humphrey Bogart. The two actors married soon after and appeared together in cinema titles like The Big Sleep and Key Largo. Known for her low vocal tone and steady camera gaze, Bacall moved to Broadway theater later in her career and won 2 Tony Awards for her roles in Applause and Woman of the Year. In 2009, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences gave her an honorary Oscar for her achievements in film. She is survived by her 3 children. Martin Landau, the American actor and acting coach, died at age 89 following hypovolemic shock caused by internal bleeding and heart disease. He passed away at UCLA Medical Center after unexpected complications occurred during a hospital stay. Landau worked as a newspaper cartoonist before studying acting at the Actors Studio under Lee Strasberg. He received early recognition for his role in Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. During the late 1960s, he starred as Roland Hand in the television series Mission Impossible. He returned to major prominence in the late 1980s with performances in Tucker, The Man and His Dream, and Crimes and Misdemeanors. He later won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his portrayal of actor Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood. Doris Roberts, the American character actress, died at age 90 after suffering a stroke in her sleep. She passed away quietly at her home in Los Angeles. Roberts maintained a career that spanned 6 decades across theater, film, and television. She achieved her largest television success playing Mother Marie Barone on the sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond, winning 4 Emmy Awards for the role. Before that series, she made notable appearances on Remington Steele, Soap, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She started her acting career on Broadway in the 1950s and appeared in dozens of television programs over her lifetime. Roberts spoke before Congress about age discrimination in the entertainment industry. She is survived by her son. Robert Vaughn, the American actor, died at age 83 following a battle with acute leukemia. He passed away in a hospital with his family present. Vaughn gained international fame playing secret agent Napoleon Solo on the 1960s television series The Man from UNCL. He was also the final surviving cast member of the 1960 Western film The Magnificent Seven, in which he played gunman Lee. His performance record spanned stage, film, and television, including an Emmy Award for his role in Washington Behind Closed Doors and an Oscar nomination for The Young Philadelphians. In his later years, he reached new audiences playing trickster Albert Stroller on the British television drama Hustle. He is survived by his wife, Linda, and 2 children. Donna Douglas, the American actress and gospel singer, died at age 82 following a battle with pancreatic cancer. She passed away at a hospital in Zachary, Louisiana. Douglas became widely known playing Ellie Mae Clampett on the classic 1960s sitcom The Beverly Hillbillies. Producers selected her for the part out of 500 candidates, and she performed on the series for its entire 9-season broadcast run. Outside of television, she starred opposite Elvis Presley in the 1966 musical film Frankie and Johnny. After her television work decreased, Douglas focused on gospel music, recorded several studio albums, and published children's books. She traveled across the country as a speaker at church gatherings and public events. She is survived by her son, Danny. Michael Nyqvist, the Swedish actor and author, died at age 57 following a year-long battle with lung cancer. He passed away peacefully in Stockholm, surrounded by close family members. Nyqvist reached international recognition playing journalist Mikael Blomkvist in the Swedish film adaptations of the Millennium Trilogy, beginning with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That role opened doors to major international productions. He played antagonist Kurt Hendricks in Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol and mob boss Viggo Tarasov in John Wick. In Sweden, he was already an established screen actor who starred in popular films such as Together and As It Is in Heaven. Nyqvist was also an author who published a memoir in 2009. He is survived by his wife and 2 children. Charlotte Rae, the American actress and singer, died at age 92 after suffering cardiac arrest while battling salivary gland and bone cancer. She passed away at her home in Los Angeles. Rae was best known for playing housekeeper Edna Garrett on the sitcom Different Strokes and its companion series The Facts of Life. Her performance earned an Emmy Award nomination. Rae started her career in stand-up comedy and Broadway theater during the 1950s, receiving 2 Tony nominations for her stage work in Pickwick and Morning, Noon, and Night. She performed on television across 6 decades and made guest appearances on shows like Sesame Street and ER. She published a memoir detailing her personal life and career in 2015. Jane Russell, the American film actress and singer, died at age 89 following respiratory failure. She passed away at her home in Santa Maria, California. Producer Howard Hughes discovered Russell and cast her in the 1943 Western The Outlaw, which brought her into mainstream public view. She demonstrated her singing talent alongside Marilyn Monroe in the 1953 feature film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Outside of movie sets, Russell organized a gospel music group, recorded songs, and performed in nightclub venues. She also established the World Adoption International Fund, an organization that placed thousands of children with adoptive families across the United States. She remained active in local community work until her final weeks. She is survived by 3 children. Karen Black, the American actress, screenwriter, and singer, died at age 74 following complications from ampullary cancer. She passed away at a clinic in Los Angeles after battling the illness for 3 years. Black emerged as a prominent actor in American independent cinema during the late 1960s and 1970s. She gained early praise playing a role in Easy Rider before earning an Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe for her work in 5 Easy Pieces. She later appeared in major studio productions such as The Great Gatsby, Nashville, and Alfred Hitchcock's final film, Family Plot. Across her 4-decade career, she appeared in over 100 films. She also wrote songs and composed music for several of her screen projects. Anne Francis, the American actress, died at 80 from complications of pancreatic cancer. She passed away at a retirement facility in Santa Barbara, California. Francis started her career as a child model and radio performer before signing a movie studio contract in Hollywood. She earned wide attention in science fiction cinema, playing Altera in the 1956 film Forbidden Planet. Later, she played the title role in the detective series Honey West, where she became the first woman to star as a television private investigator in a weekly drama program. Her performance brought her a Golden Globe Award. Francis remained a regular guest star on television for decades, with appearances on The Twilight Zone, Columbo, and Murder, She Wrote. She is survived by her 2 daughters. Carol Lindley, the American actress and model, died at age 77 following a heart attack. She passed away at her home in Pacific Palisades, California. Lindley began her career as a teenage magazine model before transitioning into acting. She earned critical attention for her performance in the Broadway play Blue Denim and reprised her role in the 1959 film version. She went on to star in motion pictures like Return to Peyton Place, Under the Yum Yum Tree, and Otto Preminger's Bunny Lake is Missing. Her most widely seen screen role came in the 1972 disaster film The Poseidon Adventure, where she performed the song The Morning After. She is survived by her daughter, Jill. Sue Lyon, the American actress, died at 73 following respiratory failure caused by chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. She passed away at her home in West Hollywood after several years of health decline. Lyon entered Hollywood at age 14 when director Stanley Kubrick selected her from hundreds of candidates to play the title role in the 1962 film adaptation of Lolita. Her debut performance earned her a Golden Globe Award for Most Promising Newcomer. She appeared in several prominent films during the 1960s, including John Huston's The Night of the Iguana, John Ford's 7 Women, and Tony Rome opposite Frank Sinatra. She stopped acting in 1980 to live quietly away from public life. She is survived by her daughter, Nona. Dorothy Malone, the American film and television actress, died at 93 from natural causes. She passed away at an assisted living facility in Dallas, Texas. Malone started her acting career in the 1940s playing small studio roles, including a scene opposite Humphrey Bogart in The Big Sleep. She changed her screen appearance in 1956 by dyeing her hair blonde for the drama Written on the Wind, a role that brought her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. In the 1960s, she moved to primetime television as Constance Mackenzie on the drama Peyton Place, appearing in over 400 episodes. Malone retired from professional acting in the early 1990s. She is survived by 2 daughters. Eleanor Parker, the American actress, died at age 91 following complications from pneumonia. She passed away at a medical facility near her home in Palm Springs, California. Talent scouts discovered Parker at the Pasadena Playhouse, leading to her contract with Warner Bros. She earned 3 Academy Award nominations for Best Actress over 6 years for her roles in Caged, Detective Story, and Interrupted Melody. Today, movie audiences know her best as Baroness Elsa Schrader in the 1965 musical feature film The Sound of Music. Throughout her career, she shared scenes with leading actors including Charlton Heston, Frank Sinatra, and Kirk Douglas. She transitioned into television roles before retiring from acting in 1991. She is survived by 4 children. Joan Fontaine, the British-American actress, died at age 96 from natural causes. She passed away peacefully in its sleep at her estate in Carmel by the Sea, California. Fontaine achieved major Hollywood popularity through her collaborations with director Alfred Hitchcock, starring in Rebecca and Suspicion. Her performance in Suspicion won her the Academy Award for Best Actress. She received a 3rd Oscar nomination for The Constant Nymph and starred in literary film adaptations like Jane Eyre. Alongside her sister, Olivia de Havilland, she became part of the only sibling pair to win lead acting Oscars. Outside of cinema, Fontaine was a licensed pilot, cook, and interior decorator. She is survived by 2 daughters. Peggy Lipton, the American actress and model, died at age 72 following a battle with colon cancer. She passed away at her home in Los Angeles, surrounded by her daughters, Rashida and Kadada Jones. Lipton started her professional work as a fashion model in New York City before moving into television acting during the 1960s. She achieved national popularity playing undercover police officer Julie Barnes on the drama series The Mod Squad. Her work on that series earned her a Golden Globe Award and 4 Emmy Award nominations. After taking an extended break from screen acting to raise her family, she returned to television as diner owner Norma Jennings on David Lynch's mystery series Twin Peaks. She also pursued a music career, releasing a self-titled studio album and writing songs. Lipton continued taking guest roles in television and film projects throughout her later years. She is survived by her daughters.